Guys, I just had a moment with myself where I shed a little tear. I can't tell you how tense I am and the late nights that I've had to achieve this. I've completed my Kobe Bryant Decoded book. I put one out a while ago and it was nowhere near where it needed to be. And I knew that as I've got better at this, better at writing, better at coding, better at connecting numbers, I knew I had to go back into that Kobe book. For the last 3 or 4 days, I've given my life to it. Sacrifice going out, going for dinners, going to the beach, going to parties. I said no. And I've done it. And I've read through it over and over and over and over and over again to ensure that it's good enough for the reader. And it is. And it's a book that you can read over and over again. It's not that long, but it's just right. It's just right. It's the book where if you're trying to open people's eyes to this knowledge, you hand them that, because it's not too much for them. It's not like 300-400 pages. It's nothing like that. It's literally 56 pages. You're going to laugh at that. LeBron, highest scoring game, 56 points last year, right after Super Bowl 56. King Charles just coronated him 5'6", completely organic. So I'm overjoyed by it. Hey, Dimez, Lady Hawk, much love, Coca-Cola, in the Stardust, how you doing? So, sorry I've got this big grin like a Cheshire cat, but I just feel like, you know, when you've got a weight lifted off you, I'm working on my Illusion book and I've done my World Cup book. I've added so much to my Queen book. I'll re-release that at some point because I've added so much more, but it's one of these things where I was doing too much and I was doing a bit of this and a bit of that. And I thought, no, Kobe Bryant's where it all started, Adam. It's your first YouTube video. You lived in LA. You used to go watch him play at the Staples Center. You used to look up to him. All right. His death was a huge aspect in my awakening. So let's get the Kobe one out of the way. And the stuff that I've added, like it's shown me, like whilst I was writing it these last 3 or 4 days, wow, I have really grown as a coder and as a writer. So excuse the Cheshire cat, all right? Like it's a relief. I am very happy because I know this is going to impact a lot of people, more people. So if I get emotional here, I'm telling you, this book, my goal for a long time, guys, was to put out work that was so undeniable that you have to somewhat accept it. And I think I've done it with this Kobe book. Like, I've been mocked on my journey, coding Kobe in every game that I did, every major event for 3 years. I overcame that. I just can't believe what I've put together in that book. So where can you find it? Here's how you find it. Because it's a short book, it's going to be a PDF. You email me at aedders11@gmail.com. My email's in the description. All you have to do, the amount that I'm charging for what I've done, I think again, within this world, it's not a lot of money. It's $8.24. That's literally for Kobe. That was his jersey numbers, guys. 824. Kobe Bryant Day is honored on 824, August the 24th. That's why I'm charging $8.24. I charged $7 for the World Cup. It should have been so much more, the World Cup book. I literally did that because of how big the number 7 is with God and how big it was with that World Cup. That's why Messi got 7 goals in 7 games, won the World Cup 7 days before Christmas. It lasted 28 days, that World Cup, the 7th triangular number. There were so many 7s. I thought, okay, I was going to do 777, but I kept it at 7. Divine, much love to you. Just finished listening to your live from yesterday, Adam. Wow, what a deep session that was. Very excited to read this Kobe book. Cheers, Ricardo, and thanks for your support. I see your comments on my website. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's the Kobe Bryant book is just so clean, and everything within it you can check for yourself. There's no opinion in there. So from the first line to the last line, you can actually confirm everything yourself, other than the aspect of where I said I lived in Los Angeles for 6 years. You can't prove that. Everything else within that book, you can go and check. And you do not have to, I want to make this very clear. You do not have to be a basketball fan, a sports fan, a Kobe Bryant fan to appreciate this book. You just have to be an open-minded individual, preferably who has a passion for numbers, who is questioning their reality. But even without that, I believe you can read this book and go, whoa, wow, geez, I want to learn more about this. That's the goal there, all right? And of course, the way I sell my books, I'm not on Amazon. I don't do book deals or book signings. I've had people offer to do them with me and publish my books. I've said no to all of them. I like doing it this way. I'm in control. Those who truly care about me and support my work they'll purchase it and they can read it over and over and over again. And like I said, guys, what is $8 right now? It's a pint in England. It's a pint. It was costing me £6.50 a pint in England. And this book will last forever. I would definitely recommend printing it because it's only 56 pages. That might sound like nothing, but it's one of those where there's so much knowledge within it. You'll need to probably take a break between every page. Do you know what I mean? You'll probably go, okay, wow, I need a break. And then if for anyone who's learning to code and getting into coding, their reality, professional sports, politics, wars, whatever it is, you can get this book, print it off and go, all right, okay, that's clearly a big number. Because all the numbers sync up, guys. All these major numbers, your 42s, your 24s, all right, your 266s, your 81s, they're all there with Kobe, who connects to Revelation. Since his death, the whole world's flipped upside down, guys. And he's so heavily connected to coronavirus, which I don't want to go through the numbers with you. Anyone who read the original one, which was only like 40 pages, I got told they absolutely loved it. Well, this is going to blow your socks off, all right? It'll blow your socks off. Donny boy, thank you. I'm not sure about those Devilons, but thank you very much for the support. And much love to Don. He's setting up his own business, all right, in transportation. And I wish him all the best. He's very smart, one of the smartest people I know. And he's like, it's transportation. We're always going to need that. So I wish you the best. You know that. You deserve success, mate, for the person you are. I've been looking at some of your old content as I'm kind of new to the channel. I saw you were talking about Man United way back last year when Ronaldo was there. And wow, thank you. Yeah, I predicted Ronaldo going back to Man United and making his second debut on 9/11. And he did against Newcastle United. And he got his 119th goal. And Man United won 4-1 and 9/11 was on 41 date numerology. Ronaldo, the whole reason he went back to Manchester United was the second coming of Christ, and it was for Elizabeth's death. And I said, multiple videos, I said, if Queen Elizabeth dies, Ronaldo leaves Man United. And that's what happened. She died, he left. My Queen book, I mentioned Ronaldo quite a lot. So Amazon, excellent. You read the original. This is much better. Adam, I paid £8 for a bus ride. That's what I'm saying. Like a bus ride, how long are you on it for? 15, 20 minutes, this book, which is dollars, not in pounds, by the way. Sometimes I'm like, why didn't I charge people pounds for my website? But it was dollars. It just felt right. Yeah, you can't do much with $8 now. In reality, you can't do much with it. I remember that like yesterday, I thought Ronaldo went back to Snub City. It's all drama, innit? The whole Tevez thing with Man United and City, and Berbatov snubbed Man City to go to United. It's all storyline, brother. It's all to take your energy. Quite frankly, we shouldn't care about these players. All right. Obviously, with Kobe Bryant, his death, the whole world just changed after it. And it did. And you'll see why when you read the book. A lot of people do ask me, why do you always talk about Kobe Bryant? Now I'm just going to say, read my book and you'll see exactly why I always talk about Kobe Bryant. I won't have to justify it anymore. Say, read that, there you go. And they go, okay, now I understand what he's talking about. Because when I'm just going live and I'm flipping off these numbers at such a fast rate, it's a lot for too many people. When you have a book, you can sit down and take as long as you want reading it. All right, you can read it over and over and over again. When I'm going live and I'm going and this is the prime and this is a triangular number, and when you divide it by 3, you get this, and that is the square root of this, which correlates with the Fibonacci sequence, which brings you this, and that's why the Warriors won. It's like, okay, it's sometimes too much for people, and I get that. I don't mind paying $8 for the book. Thank you, Gregory. I've always liked the name Greg. I don't know why, but cheers for that. Yeah, you just email me. I'm going to send them out before I meet Kenya, my girlfriend. I haven't seen her for a few days. I told her, hey, I can't see you. I'm all in on this book. I canceled 2 coaching sessions. Again, if I was obsessed with money, I turned down good money with those coaching sessions. I've turned one down for tomorrow morning as well, because I just feel like just need a bit of time to process this. But yeah, just the original Kobe book, yeah, it was very good. It was fascinating for sure. But this one, it's just so much better. It's so much cleaner. There's more images. It's a really, really, really good book, guys. And I'm sorry to say that, but it is. And I hope you like it too, man. I never get enough of numbers. Yeah, I think when you're really into it and you love the code and you appreciate the code, yeah, you can't get enough of it. Like, there is something therapeutic about it, and majestic about it. It can get intense at times. I've had some chronic headaches coding, and I don't know if that's just staring at a screen though. But when I'm in deep thought, but yeah, when I finished this and I saved it as a PDF, there was a slight tear down my eye. I think, of relief. There's so much tension in my body right now, and trying to get so many things done, trying to please so many people, trying to get so much information out. It was like, okay, that's done. That's one thing done. Yesterday, guys, I was on the phone to about 5 different people having deep conversations, and by the end of it, they all said, I'm exhausted after that. I'm like, this is my 5th one today. And they're like, how do you do this? I'm like, I don't know. Are you a better footballer than become elite Matt Sheldon? I don't know who he is. I've played football all over the place, and I've rarely seen anyone better than me. And that's the reality. When I've come up against them, whatever level, I've hardly ever come across anyone where I thought they're much better than me. So I don't know who this Matt Sheldon is, so I'm not going to say. If he is better than me, then he's going to be a great footballer. That's all I'm going to say. The whole universe is coded by numbers, yes, as is the Bible. Everything has a numerical pattern within the world. Every single thing. Tell me something that doesn't. It all has a numerical pattern. One summer I worked at the Del Mar racetrack in California. People would ask me to pick a horse for them to bet. I was right 9 out of 10 times. The winner's name would wiggle on the page for me. That's incredible. 9 out of 10. Del Mar, that in Spanish means the ocean. Del Mar. Sending you love and light and unicorn energy. You've done it. Cheers, Divine. I hope your book's going well. I've got a few books, but Kobe one was just for a few weeks building up to this. I was like, I don't think I've done that justice, the knowledge that I have. So I went through it. I was like, I've definitely not done it justice. And it's hard, man. Unless you've written a book, just putting the information together, getting the layout right, and showing there's no errors. Hopefully there isn't. But I proofread it myself. I didn't get anybody else to do it, which is obviously dangerous. Am I better than Messi? No, not that demon. Again, it's questions like I can't answer things like that. Like I'd have to play against him. Obviously, it's a ridiculous question. For most people, that is the best player in the world, the greatest ever. Like, why can you even ask him that? I'd love to just play against him. That's all I'll say about that. I would love to just go one-on-one with Messi and see how good he really is. I would love it. I would pay. I'd pay probably thousands to go 20 minutes one-on-one against Messi, where I have a little goal to cover, he has a little goal, and just to see if he spanks me. I don't think he would. It sounds ridiculous. I don't think he would. He would destroy me in a one-on-one. But you're going to laugh at that, and that's fine. That's completely fine. You need to hang your post in the background. I need to invest in this apartment. Like, probably out of all the YouTubers that you watch, my whole layout is so poor. I've got shitty cupboards behind me. Obviously, I rent this apartment. I see all these other people, and they've just the production quality is on a different level to mine. Like the Central Club who's going to interview me, his production level's a different planet, but I think that's his full-time job to interview people. I've just got this fridge behind me, a kettle, some microwave, which I never use. I brought it back in to use once, actually. I can't remember what I needed it for. I think my friend wanted to heat some food up. I said, don't you have a microwave? So I've got one English friend. I was like, yeah, but it's out there. Oh, well, get it out then. I was like, So, yeah, I could definitely, I don't know, get a poster or something, or a painting of the illusion and put it behind me. It's just not really who I am. I don't think it's a bad idea. You know what I mean? I've turned down selling merchandise so many times with people who've emailed me. I say, I ain't selling merchandise. I'll sell a book because I've given my heart and soul to books. Merchandise, I don't deserve to sell merchandise. If you really want an illusion t-shirt, buy a plain t-shirt and get somebody to put illusion on it if you want. If you really want it that much. But yeah, I ain't doing that. I've always said I won't do that, and I haven't given into that, even though I could have. Your content blows everyone out of the water. I appreciate that. Thank you. It means a lot coming from you, Lady Hawk, because I've got a lot of respect for you. Kobe was 1-0-113 days old when his daughter was born. Jeez Louise. Dalmar, it's a brand of canned tuna. I had tuna today with a jacket potato. I told you when I was in England, it was something like £9 for a jacket potato and beans. £9. My head went. I think it was £2.50 for a cup of tea. You really think I'm going to spend £11.50 on a jacket potato with a small tin of beans and a cup of tea? Are you kidding me? That's what I'm saying, guys. My book's $8.24. Go to England. You can't buy a jacket potato for that in an average shitty restaurant in Blackpool. Hey, Blake, Glenn Rising from Australia, baby. Is your head still racing? Not as much now the book's done. It was last night. It was this morning. I don't even know what time is it. What is how is it 4 o'clock, guys? I thought it was midday. I thought, oh my goodness. No, I'm going to see Kenya tonight, and I want to treat her. I want to treat her because I've told you I've not seen her for a few days. I've shut everybody off pretty much other than the people that called me, and it was all about numbers. It wasn't really personal. It's like talking about the NBA, and it can tire me at times, but I had an amazing chat with Ball Don't Lie. And I think what I'm going to do tomorrow is a live stream only. I won't do this often, but tomorrow I think I'm going to do a live stream only with my members because I've come across something with Ball Don't Lie. He's on Instagram, amazing decoder. His actual name's Andreas. I met him in LA. We played basketball together. I helped him with his book. He sent me his book. He's a phenomenal decoder and just an amazing person. And the conversation we had last night is one I'll never forget. And it's one I want to share, not with everybody. There's certain times where I just feel like I've got to give something extra to the members who support me. Obviously, I won't do it every time. It's one in a... I'm not going to say 1 in a million because that's ridiculous, but it's extremely rare. I think I've only ever done it twice where I've only live streamed for people on my website. But this NBA find... it's just crazy. And when you give it all out to everybody as well and it doesn't hit, they use it against you for years. Is Kenya spiritual? Yes. Yeah, she's deeply into manifestation. Like in so many ways, we're so similar. There's certain aspects where we're very different. But isn't that like pretty much everyone in a relationship? Like she can't completely fathom what I do. She respects it. She thinks I'm a genius, but she don't get it. And there's certain things that she likes. Like I'm not into celebrity culture. She is. I ain't gonna change her. I kind of tried. I was like, why do you like them so much? I just do. Just leave me alone. Like joking. Just leave me alone. I like them. I like to watch this. I like to do this. Then who am I? You know what I mean? Okay, sure. Like recently, yesterday when I spoke to her, I said, just going forward in the future, when you go to that club, which I don't particularly enjoy, and it's pretty much all Spanish music, I don't really like the people in it. Just if you ever go with your friends, you love it, you love that vibe, you love that music, you love those friends that you hang out with, you don't need me there, you go. All right? And she was like, okay. She's not like, no, babe, I want you to come with me. She's like, okay, that's fine. There's no point me forcing myself to go to a club to be a good boyfriend when I'm just going to stand there annoyed. I ain't got much interest in partying anymore. She still has. But I did when she's 28, guys. I'm 37. When I was 28, I was all over partying. You know what I mean? It might not sound like a lot, but it is. 9 years. I've done all of that. So is she spiritual? Absolutely, yeah. £12 for Mackey's last night for the new spicy big tasty, but they give me the wrong one and only realised when I drove home. Last time I have McDonald's for a while for the level of incompetence. Well, I would never eat McDonald's. Obviously, when I was a kid, yeah. Even as an adult, but when I figured all this out, there's no way you want to eat McDonald's. Just watch the videos about how they produce the food. I would stay far away from it. 12 quid. And they give you the wrong order. I remember Joey, my mate Joey, and his girlfriend Gintara, they were trying to order McDonald's for the kids. And it just wouldn't work. And Gintara was going mental. And I think eventually they delivered the food and gave them the wrong food. Do you know what I mean? Like the people working at McDonald's is when you walk in those McDonald's, well, the last time I did years ago, they do look like zombies. No offense if you work at McDonald's and you're in the chat. I ain't having a go at you. I'm just, from my experience, they just kind of like, they just look like the zombies. They do. I remember, so when I played for Hollywood, it was a couple of times after training, right? Because we'd train at night when I played for Hollywood with Vinnie Jones. And a couple of mates would train. We'd drive down to Santa Monica to train, then we'd come back to Manhattan Beach. And there was nothing open by the time we'd finished training, in part from McDonald's. And after footy, and you've been running around, and you're very hungry. It takes about 30 minutes from Santa Monica to Manhattan Beach. So you're like, oh, I'm hungry now. Where can we go? Well, McDonald's. You're just like, all right, boom. 4 McChicken sandwiches, please. Large fries, large Dr. Pepper, McFlurry. Just disgusting. But at the time, you're buzzing. I'd never do. You couldn't buy me a McDonald's and I'd accept it. If you went, hey, do you want to go to McDonald's? My treat. I'd say I appreciate the offer, but absolutely not. There's no way I'm eating that shite. All right. Anytime I ever go out for a burger now, I literally go to a restaurant that purely specializes in burgers. It's their pride and joy. It's called Burgerissimo. Ay, 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 mamma mia, mamacita. These potato wedges. For me, I like Hawaiian burgers. All right. If there's any vegans in the chat, just leave me alone. I have this Hawaiian burger, a little bit of bacon, bit of barbecue sauce, these potato wedges, unbelievable. All right, I rarely ever have soda, but I have to have it with a burger. Can of Dr. Pepper, please. Ketchup, mayonnaise, thank you. There you go. There's a nice tip because it was delicious. McDonald's and all that shite, Burger King, It's not real food. It's not real food at all. Yeah, it's poison. Bible says God knows the future, which means no free will. No, that's not how it works. Well, because God is the past, present, and future. God is timeless. It doesn't play around with time. Is limitless. So we do have free will. That's the whole point of this game. If there were no free will, you think God created all of us to have no free will? Why? What would the purpose be? The whole purpose is we have free will. And are we going to use it to follow him or follow the devil? Of course you have free will. So you think all those hours that I've just spent on that Kobe book almost made myself sick, dizzy, almost at times felt like I was losing my mind. You think God just did that, wanted me to do it, or did I persevere? So many times I could have closed my computer. I could have gone out for dinner, could have gone to that party. I know in my soul that I had a choice. I know I had a choice. And I chose to focus on this book. So now I'm not having that we don't have free will. I think that's a huge trap when people say we don't have free will. Then what's the point? Literally, what's the point in living if you have no free will? Or snap, am I too late to join the taco party? Bo, as soon as you arrive, tacos on me, extra onions, extra cilantro, whatever you want to drink. Obviously, I know you're not into salsas and stuff like that. I'm not even sure you have guacamole, do you? You keep it simple, all right? Keep it simple, like Kante. I don't let my daughter eat any fast food. Luckily, she prefers home-cooked food. If you get your child young into home-cooked food and healthy food, they will never go to junk. But again, the cheapest food is junk food. And a lot of people struggle, don't they, financially? So they buy the cheap food and it's easier. And when people are so busy, all right, let's get the cheap food, fast food, that's cheap. It saves me time, it saves me money. It's convenient. But most things in life that are convenient are not good for you. Have you noticed that? Most of the things in life that are convenient are not actually good for you. That's why they say you only get true growth outside of your comfort zone, not in it. It's outside of it. If you are on the good side, you are destined to. If you are bad, that was your destiny. Only responsible for your vibration in order for the codes to even work. Again, how can you define what's good and bad? How are you able to define what's good and bad? According to who? To you? It's not a case of you're either good or you're bad. We all have our good moments, bad moments. It's all, again, perception. So no, like, again, the people say this kid was born evil. No one's born evil. No one's born evil. I don't, well, again, it's something I can't prove. I don't believe at all that anybody is born evil. Nah, not for me. Why did you choose Mexico for a destination to live? How long have you been there? Sorry if you've answered this so many times. I was living in Los Angeles. I had a great life there. I was playing football and coaching. I met an incredibly amazing woman. Fell in love with her. She's Mexican. She was living out in LA. She was studying there. She was working there. Fell in love with her. I gave up my whole life in LA, which was incredible, to move to Mexico to be with her. I was with her for 8 to 9 years. And this whole awakening that I went through, which I don't want to go through now. I'm so exhausted. I can't repeat that story. I had to go alone. And that's why I say I gave up my house, my car, my beautiful wife, friends, job. It's hard to put into words. To get to the level that I'm at, I feel like I had to have done that. That's why I'm in Mexico. It wasn't, oh, Mexico's beautiful. I only ever heard bad things about Mexico growing up in England. It's the best place I've ever lived. But growing up in England, I always heard bad things about Mexico. When I lived in Manhattan Beach, there was quite a lot of racist people that would be judgmental towards Mexicans. But then when they realized I was moving to where I lived, they were like, oh, wow, that's an incredibly beautiful place. We have a timeshare there. You're so lucky. I was like, am I? I've never been. I'd never been to Mexico, guys. I didn't go there because I wanted to leave LA. I had a wonderful life in LA. So good. But I think I left at a good time because it's fallen to pieces now. What's wrong with mashed potatoes and boiled veggies all made gravy? Absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's unbelievable. It's £8 for the meal and $1.49 for the Oreo ice cream in tribute to Skull and Bones. Yeah, the 35th Prime. And also polished off a mayo chicken, $1.19. King of England, $1.19. And double cheeseburger for $1.99. 46 Prime. Queen's Funeral as well, $19.9. Brady drafted $1.99 pick. I always ate fast food when I was younger. I was eating a biscuit from fast food like 3 times a week. It's most people. Like I remember Friday night, I'd pretty much get a takeaway every Friday night. It was a tradition. I think if we all fully knew and got taught at school how they make these takeaway meals, we wouldn't do it. Again, if you look at how McDonald's chicken nuggets are made, you would never have a chicken nugget again. And kids love chicken nuggets, don't they, for whatever reason? I did. I loved chicken nuggets growing up, even when I was about 20. Don't eat them now. God allowing Satan to test us is a bit off for me. Well, why don't you read Revelation 17:17, where it talks about God giving permission to the devil to reign for 42 months until the words of God have been spoken. What do you think that means? The beast is here to lead us to God. And when you see everything that's about to play out, and which is playing out, you're getting more people ask questions now. You're getting more people ask, is there a God? You hear it, guys. Look at me. I found God. Or God found me. Oh, it's a combination. By the way, I found a church where I live, and they emailed me back finally, which I'm delighted with. And they do a Sunday church service, and you're not going to believe this. I told you I'm not into the church, but I'm going to go to be around like-minded people to give it a go. You know what I mean? I said the churches are being infiltrated, but I don't know if it's every church. I don't think it's every person that attends the church. But this is not a Catholic church, because in Mexico, it's all about being a Catholic. This isn't. This is an American Christian church, the only one that there is. So this Sunday, guys, it's open from 9 till 11. 9/11. I was like, oh my goodness. So I'm hoping to meet at least 1, 2, 3 like-minded people that I can talk to and maybe introduce them to this code. I'm excited. And then they said on Thursdays, where is it? Hi, Adam. We have 2 services on Sunday at 9 and 11. Okay, it must be from 9 till 10, 10 till 11. And we also have a men's meeting in English, Thursdays at 6:30. If you like, you can join them both. So I'm delighted with that. 6:30 p.m., 6:30, the 181st day of the year, the 42nd Prime. So none of us know if there's a God, Dimez. It's faith. Google the word faith. None of us know. That's the whole beauty of it. I don't know there's a God. I believe in my heart and soul and spirit that there is, and there's only one. None of us know. We don't know. That's the beauty of it for me. That's why you can talk about it all day, and people are like, can you prove there's a God? No. No, I can't. I can show you these numbers. I can show you that Revelation's being fulfilled with what's happening in the world. You can show them that. You can't prove there's a God. You can't prove there's a devil. The work that I do is as good as it gets, in my opinion, to showing it. With symbolism, with the numbers, with the connections to biblical scripture. I think my work's as good as it gets to showing it. If the church allows me to go to the front of the church and speak from my heart and give them some of my codes and ask them what they think, I'm going to ask them if I get comfortable with them. I say, can I lead? Can I lead a session? I don't mind. I can speak in front of thousands of people. Could I just lead this and talk about Revelation and connect it to this? They might say no. They might say gematria is like frowned upon. It's black magic. I shouldn't be predicting the future. They might come around and say that. And it's their church. Well, it's God's church, but I'm going to ask. Right. Hey, Eric, how you doing? Why is Phil Jones still at Man United? Just probably his numbers, because he can't play football. He's not been a good footballer for about 8 years. When he came through, he looked half decent. Just a big centre half, decent enough in the air, average on the ball. But then you had Fergie saying he's going to be the greatest Man United player ever. That's what Sir Alex said about Phil Jones. So he got the approval of Sir Alex for whatever reason. And it's been an embarrassment. It's just like Maguire. Why is Maguire even a professional footballer? He's even worse than Jones. And he was Man United's captain. So is Golden State plus 145 now? But every single person that I know says the Lakers. I found a crazy amount for the Warriors. I got the Warriors right, game 5. I've killed the NBA, guys. Like, quite frankly, killed it. I'm over 80% the whole season. There's no one touching that number from daily games. This game's incredibly tough. Everyone I know says the Lakers, be careful. Or if you do bet on the Lakers, be very careful going big. If you go on my site, you'll see plenty of stuff for the Warriors. I would avoid the game personally, but I think I know a coder called Decoded. It's spectacular, in my opinion. He might be watching now. I think he is truly spectacular. You don't get enough credit. He loves the Lakers. He's the guy who convinced me to look into Arsenal, to be honest, because he's that good. If I had to pick, I would take the Warriors at that price over than the Lakers. But we know if Lakers win, they win 4-2. They're playing the same day. Miami are playing. LeBron and the Lakers beat Miami 4-2. 2020, the year Kobe and his daughter died. They did it on National Father-Daughter Day. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Steve Kerr, they're all 4-2 in NBA Finals. Beast reigns for 42 months. Kobe played 42 minutes in his last ever game. He won his first NBA Finals, 4-2. So if it's all about 42, it's the Lakers. But I go deeper than everyone else. Everyone yesterday said the 76ers were beating Boston. I think actually Decoding Oz was right in Boston, but everyone else I spoke to, 76ers close it out. I said, no, they won't. And they didn't, did they? They lost by 9. So we'll see. Game 7 makes sense for energy harvesting, for viewership, for intrigue, but Lakers might go 4-2. Didn't they win the last series 4-2? So then they'll be 8-4. If you don't class in that buying game, that's the year LeBron was born, the year Michael Jordan was drafted. I'd be very careful with this one. Like I said, tomorrow when I get time, I'm going to go live with people on my website. I'm going to reveal something incredible about a team. I'm not going to tell you the team. I'm going to go in a minute. Again, if you appreciate what I do and you're intrigued with what I do, support me with that book, guys. Please, it's $8.24. You just send it to my PayPal. I'll send you the PDF out. Like I say, I don't ask for much. I've done over 1,000 videos on YouTube. Don't know how many hours of live streaming for free. This book's something that you're going to get. It's not like you're just donating money to me like other people say, "Oh, just send me tips, support my work." No, this is a book you're going to get. It's a profound book. It's a book you're going to literally show your kids to if you really care about them awakening to the reality that they're living in. So, yeah, do me that favor. I'd appreciate it. Nothing but love and respect for you all. I'm still in my pajama pants. I'm getting out of them, man. This has been pretty much 3 days in my pajama pants. It's absolutely ridiculous. I feel like a doldosser, guys. Somebody's going to ask me a question before I go. Can I ask a question? I'm new to this. How do they all stick to the code so specifically? Do they follow a script? How is it done? So if you've answered that 100 times. The players are not following a script. The script is biblical scripture. All the outcomes have already been predetermined by a code. Whoever wins the NBA Finals this year, it's already been decided. I don't think the players know. Only the top elite superstars. All right? And then the ones that go into commentary, they probably know. Like your Shaquille O'Neals and your Charles Barkley and stuff like that in the NBA. Or your Neville and Carragher. But No, they're not. They're not working on it in training. They're not rehearsing it. Not every player knows, and linesman and referee and owner and kit man and managing director. Okay, ex-players, family members. You really, I'm not having a go at you, but can we really believe that that amount of people know and they're perfect every day in every sport, in every nation to fulfill this code? And if so, why? Man is definitely involved with the code. Certain people, especially owners, in my opinion, are aware of the code and they're able to use that knowledge to take advantage and manipulate people who are unaware of it. I don't think at the beginning of the season, every player in the NBA knows who's going to win the NBA or the Premier League. Again, I've been watching some videos with Central Club who's going to interview me. I don't know when. And he's interviewed, like I've told you, Craig Bellamy, played in the Premier League, John Hartson, Joe Ledley, Robert Earnshaw, Tommy Robinson, some top boxers. I still need to speak to him, ask how he gets hold of them, because I need to know that before I do the interview. I want to know how he's able to get hold of them. And I've listened to their stories in detail. And I rarely watch anything on YouTube. And I watched, because one, I love the way he interviews people. He lets them talk. I'm like, let me hear them. Let me feel if I can connect with them. And I could with all of them. I was like, geez. And people might say, no, you're being deceived. These people are deceivers. I think maybe they're being deceived by the devil and they're unaware of it. And I think the real elite, top level stars know what they're doing. Like when LeBron at Cleveland did his ritual, if you break down that's complete black magic. That's summoning demons, what he was doing. So I think he knew that. Or you could say he was possessed by a demon as soon as he went on the court and he wasn't aware of it. It's things you'll never fully know, but you've got to see the symbolism. You've got to ask yourself why they all do the same celebrations, why the code's so perfect, why I'm so accurate every day with it. My HP sauce, baby, is in one of these shitty cupboards somewhere. I don't have it often. Like with Mexican food, it don't go well. I only use the HP sauce, baby, when I make myself a fried egg sandwich. Really, like the brown sauce, you're not going to have that on your enchiladas, baby. On your tacos, are you? I never really had HP sauce with pizza or anything. So I only really have it when I have an egg sandwich, mate. That's why it's still there. It's still there. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You shouldn't say good morning. You've got to be careful with your words. Yep, I know. I don't watch anything on YouTube. Only stopped in to show support. Do a like and I'm out. Cheers, 6079 Smith. Yeah, someone should interview you. Me? I kind of have I not? I could set that up with you. I've had you on numerous times and let you reveal your amazing connections. I've never really interviewed any. I've always been interviewed. I've never been the guy really interviewing people. I don't really like the term interview. That's why when Central Club was like, just send me a presentation of what you're going to talk about. I said, bro, I don't do that. I just talk. It's who I am. I talk. I don't want a presentation. He went, all right, no worries. I trust you. I was like, thank you. You know what I mean? So if I have you on the show, I don't even like calling it a show, on my channel. Obviously not now because I'm done for the day pretty much. I might have to do a Premier League code for tomorrow because I'm with Kenya tonight. And then obviously these Premier League games are start at like 7 a.m. People don't know how difficult this job is, man. It's 7 days a week. The time differences with all these leagues and stuff, responding to people from different time zones. So yeah, if I have you on again, we'll have a conversation. It won't necessarily be an interview. The agents are the ones to be on the codes because the agents are behind the scenes. What agents? Man's not coding our reality, brother. There's not a chance that man's behind the code, but they're aware of it. But not many people are. If everyone were aware of the code, they won't get away with it and get to where they are in society. What's the name of the interview again? The Central Club. The Central Club. His interviews are fantastic. I don't know if he's watching right now. I don't think he is because he'd probably leave a comment, but it just seems like a great guy. I think I'll be doing it next week. Oh, by the way, on Monday, I'm doing a live stream with a phenomenal decoder who connects sports to the Bible. All right, it's called Hide and Seek TV. Hide and Seek TV. Check out his stuff. The guy don't get anywhere as much credit as he deserves. He connects sports with the Bible better than me. Better than me. There, you had it. It came out of my mouth. Better than me. So, yeah. The agents. So you think the agents are aware of the code? Potentially. They could be telling them how to celebrate. They're the ones that are negotiating the price these players go for. Yeah, there's more chance the agents are aware of the code than the players. Especially those top agents. That agent who recently died, who was the agent for Zlatan and Pogba. He's probably in on it. I'm off. Immense. Make Chuck a regular on your channel. Chuck comes to me when he has an amazing code. He spends a long time on one code. So he might spend a week putting together a code and it's exceptional. He said that. For me, there's no one better than me at putting out codes every day, and there isn't. His codes and like Rambo, Rambo, if you don't know who Rambo is, The Truth, what's his channel, guys? The Truth codes. People like Rambo and Chuck are absolutely unbelievable, but they don't code daily like me at my level daily. They don't, and they know that. But they're unbelievable, and anytime they speak, you better listen to them, in my opinion, with those two. But like I said, I do it every day, 7 days a week, and that's where I'm different. Hubbard used to do that. He'd go live. He might still. I have not watched his stuff for over a year. But he would code and talk and do lives every day. And that's one of the things I appreciate because I work my ass off. I thought he's got that. I don't know if he still does that. I wouldn't watch him if you paid me, but I did respect that about him. But when it comes to all the other coders, there's not many that are doing it every day and putting it on YouTube and speaking rather than just typing a code in Discord every day, which is about 40%. The hit rate of people in Discord. All right. Cheers, guys. If you want this book, let me know now so I can send it out. I'd love your feedback once you've read it. You don't have to say, wow, it's incredible. Just, or if you found anything extra, let me know. I'm definitely, have a go at me if you want. I'm definitely having a mojito. I know alcohol's not good for me, but I'm having a mojito tonight. All right. I might actually go jump in that water because I am so tense. I'm tense, but relieved at the same time. You know what I mean, baby? So, cheers. Thanks for supporting me, especially if you've been there from the beginning. If you get the Kobe book, you'll absolutely love it. I can say that with utmost confidence. You'll love it. So take care, all right? Have a blessed day, and I'll speak to you all soon, all right? Yeah, sub to Hide and Seek TV, sub to the Central Club, sub to the Truth codes, and you'll learn. You'll learn from all of those people, all right? So I'll definitely be going live Monday with Hide and Seek. I'm not sure what I'm doing Sunday. And Saturday I'll do a live, but just for my members, because it's pretty wild what I found with my mate Andreas. And yeah, sub to Ball Don't Lie on Instagram. He don't have a YouTube channel. He's got about 10,000 people on Instagram. Right. Bye-bye. Take care. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your comments. Thanks for your likes. And much love. God wins, guys.